fellas, I am ALIFIA and welcome back to my YouTube channel. But wait, it's too dark yeah? Let's color it. Disclaimer first, this video is for my assignment, so if you're watching this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and give nice feedback. So in this video, we are going to learn about popular methodology. And I'm going to talk about approach, method, procedure, technique, grammar translation, and then direct method, audiolingualism, and others. So let's get started. Okay, so firstly, we are going to talking about approach, method, procedure, and technique. So this is the order from the most general to the most specific. What is that? Approach, method, procedure, and technique. Okay, so for the first is approach. What is approach? It is about on how people acquire their knowledge of the language and make statement about the condition which will promote their successful language learning. An approach is our beliefness in a theory. So like we believe on theory, models, paradigms, or assumption. It is like we believe on behaviorism approach or cognitivism approach. It is about theory. So approach is a theory. Okay, so the second is method. What is method? The method is practical realization of an approach. It is about our realization of theory. The originators of a method have arrived at the decision about type of activity, the roles of teacher and learner, the kind of material that will be helpful, and some models of syllabus. And the method is like syllabus or RPP. And the example of method is like direct method, grammar translation method, audiolingualism, and silent way. Then the third is procedure. It is an ordered sequence of technique. And the procedure is about step by step. It is simpler than a method, but bigger than a technique. Then the last is technique. What is technique? It is about the way, ability, or skill to carrying out the particular task. The techniques is the form of implementation or assignment. So the example of technique is like discussion, drilling, think and pair, role play, and presentation. So if you're still confused about it, I give you an example. Okay, so as you can see here, there are the example of approach, method, procedure, and technique. How about the approach? So for the example, maybe there's a teacher that believes of the behaviorism theory, and the behaviorism is approach. Then, how about the method? The method that used by the teacher is grammar translation method or GTM. Then, how about the procedure? Have remembered that the procedure is step by step. So the example like the first, the student read a text written in L2, and then the second student translates the text from L2 to their native language, and the third student is given grammar rule and apply the rule by using new word. And the fourth is student memorize the vocabulary of L2. The fifth student memorize grammar rules. And the last is errors that made by the student are corrected by providing right answer. And then how about the technique? The teacher used the drilling technique to carrying out these tasks. Okay, so I think it's clear, yeah? And then the next, we are going to talking about grammar translation method, direct method, and audiolingualism method. What is that? Let's discuss it. Okay, the first is grammar translation method. What is that? So this method is employs the memorization of various grammar rules and the translation of the second language to the student's native language. And then, how about the direct method? What is direct method? It was developed as a response of grammar translation method. It's like the student were studying the object or picture in order to establish their meaning. And then the last is audiolingualism. It is a method of language teaching inspired by behaviorism and based off around the repetition of the correct sentences. Okay, so is it enough? No. It is not enough because actually in this book there are many popular methodology like PPP. There is a four method like CLT or communicative language teaching, and then there is a text-based learning or TBL, and then the lexical approach and teacher and students in dialogue together. But I think it is too much for me to explain. So for the last, I will explain for you about PPP. What is that? Presentation, practice, and projects. And for this material, I directly give you an example about it. Okay, so this is the example of presentation, practice, and production. The first stage is presentation. Here, the teacher shows the student a situation or picture and present with target language. Here, the teacher shows the student the following picture like this and asks them whether the people in it are at work or on holiday to elicit the fact that they are on holiday. Teacher can explain like, okay students, Yusa is reading a book. Sasa and Karen are watching television. And then, after the teacher gives explanation of this picture, the next stage is practice. So students practice the target language or L2. Here the teacher can give a question like, okay student, can anyone tell me what the Yusa is doing? And then the teacher let the student to answer the question. And teacher can use drilling method with repeat to give a question and then answer it, repeat the question and then answer it. Okay, so after the presentation and practice, the next stage is production. It is time the students to try to make a sentence of their own. Okay, that's all from me. I think it's enough ya, and I hope that this video is useful for you. And the last, as a Miss Jessica say, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep smiling ya for your bright future. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to watch my another video. See you on the next video.